All right. Can you see my slide?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. But still, could you please set to the presentation
Sure.
slides? Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Can you see my slide in the presentation shows? This is the title for today: Involvement of Gen Z in Fintech Business Study Case in Asia. All right. All right. First of all, the outline for today's topic will be development fintech in Asia. The study involved with the study in Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, India, and other places of Asia. All right. First of all, just now, when I get the topic about Gen Z, I was a little bit confused. Gen Z, is it same as millennial? Actually, Gen Z is different from millennial. But as I go through, then I understand that Gen Z will be more, generation starting from 1996 and above until 2012. For millennial generation, which is from 1980 to 1996. I'm not from both. I'm from earlier generation, generation X. And also Pak Budi also, I think, is from generation W. I think so. Is it correct? All right. So
baby boomer daughter.
Okay, all right. So our topic is about fintech in Asia. First, fintech is financial technology. Normally, people understand fintech is something to do with the intermediate. There's no intermediary in the financial sector, because we try to avoid financial intermediaries such as bank or other financial institution that they have a, let's say if you're going to the bank, they charge you interest higher compared we go to the fintech companies. All right. First, we're going to introduce the topic about the fintech, which is blockchain. Have you heard blockchain before? You understand what is a blockchain? Okay. What are the purpose they are using for blockchain? What are the main function of the blockchain? All right. The main purpose for blockchain is normally blockchain is not a specific type of database. It's not only about the currency, cryptocurrency. It is a type of database, distribution, ledger, technology, or transaction. Blockchain store data in blocks and that change together. For example, in Bitcoin case, blockchain use decentralized way to show that no person or no group has a control over the chain. Rather, all users collectively retain the control. Decentralized blockchain are immutable. What does it mean, immutable? It means that the data enter cannot be irreversible. You cannot reverse back. For example, for Bitcoin, it means that the transactions are permanently recorded and viewable to anyone. Okay, that is the main of blockchain. Okay, what are the acceptance of blockchain among the university students or Gen Z students? The studies from 2017 shows that to issue digital student credentials, all right, enabling students to share verified, unchangeable copies of their qualifications. Blockchain, they have two. One in terms of cryptocurrency, another one in terms of blockchain technology. All right, this is for blockchain technology. You can blockchain your scroll, your transcript, so you can use for make it as a resume. If you want to apply for job, you can show to your future employer, this is your transcript. You encrypt in the blockchain, so there's no falsify the scroll or transcript. And 2019, there's a CIO survey where they asked the higher education respondent about the blockchain technology. Only 2% responded that they already deployed, they already used the blockchain. And additional 80% said that they're going to do so within the next 18 to 24 months. And 47% they are not interested. This is a study made by from University of Melbourne, it's top university in Australia. And according to the survey that we did last August, we have collaboration with the blockchain company in Malaysia. This comprised of blockchain technology user. 8% are from the Generation Z. From the total of respondents, 675. It means that the futures, the people, Generation Z are interested to use this type of blockchains. So what is the biggest misconception about blockchain? People interpret this blockchain is a cryptocurrency. It's not totally about a cryptocurrency. Blockchain are there are blockchain technology, which is they have also blockchain technology in terms of they can use in the financial sector, you can use in automotive sector, you can use in the industry sector, education sector or healthcare sector. Okay, ever since the introduction of Bitcoin 2008, the term blockchain cryptocurrency have been used interchangeably. However, it's not the same thing. Blockchain technology and cryptocurrency is different thing, right? Like, what is different? A cryptocurrency is a digital asset as a medium of exchange, like euro or US dollar. It is stored in decentralized and transparent manner within a public ledger, typically in a blockchain. Blockchain is a public ledger that use a chain of blocks to store different kinds of records and transactions. It has key benefit for business, such as decentralization, personality, anonymity, and auditability. Blockchain can be public, can only be public. Blockchain also can be private. Blockchain case only used in financial industry. No, blockchain can be used in other sectors. So that's the biggest misconception about the blockchain. So what the challenges to the new people who want to learn about the blockchains? So the challenges, you have to educate the young generation or millennial generation to use the technology, because they say they don't have a basic about the IT. It's not about the IT. You can learn the technology blockchain in YouTube now. So if nowadays all the technology you can use through the whatever social media, and they're also familiar with the decentralization application, then such as Ethereum, AOS, Hyperledger, and NEO. And this blockchain security is very, very secure in the, if you want to use, for example, in halal, in producing suji halal. So you can use a blockchain technology to certify your halal, suji halal. So that's one of the security in the blockchain technology. Okay, next. This is the one, as I can use, you can see the blockchain technology include using a cryptocurrencies, and also for other sectors such as automotive, financial services, voting. Also, sometimes you can do election. You can do election using a blockchain technology, because nobody control the technology. So healthcare, people also use for the using for the blockchain. So it's not totally about the currency. All right. Nowadays, there's more advanced. There has a digitalization token or what you call NFT, cryptographic, non-fungible token. If you have something like a valuable item such as Mona Lisa picture, then or antique car, you can use this NFT, non-fungible token, to do a trading. That's what we call using a blockchain technology. All right. Next, we go to the P2P, what we call peer-to-peer lending in Asia. You can study here, the study from India. It shows that the young generations, 2020 released from the Leading Club, country largest P2P lending platform in India. It shows that the millennial belonging to the age group of 21 to 30 years most active borrowers in 56 and lenders 54% in platform. This followed by a cohort belonging to the age group of 31 and 40, 37. So Generation Z, or those between the age of 18 to 23, very in this category. They are particularly true in the payment market, in sending money within the smartphone, become is normal. Nowadays, they're using a cloud-based payment management. And then also they can use peer-to-peer payment more than 2 generations before. So this is how the young generation nowadays, they use a P2P, no more conventional, using a traditional like a banking. If you go to the bank, they charge you 4 or 5%. But you're using a P2P crowdfunding lending, they'll charge you lower, less than 3%. 2%. So nowadays, the new generation will use a new technology to give to get a borrowing from the if they want to start up a business, so they use the this new platform to get a better rate for lending, for borrowing. As you can compare the P2P lending platform in Singapore and Indonesia, you can see the fundings societies in Singapore. They have a minimum deposit 1,000 and minimum loan is 100 ringgit, and the service fee is 15%. So this is type of loan they are using in the funding society. They have also capital match, investing and using Wang Teman in Indonesia. So mostly the user of the fintech in P2P lending mostly come from millennial, and also almost in Indonesia also they have a younger generation using this type of P2P, peer-to-peer lending in Asia. So that's why people in Asia, they are going to use the platform such as P2P comparing to conventional banking or traditional banking, because they can use nowadays. If you use peer-to-peer lending, within a few hours you can get approval without going to bank. They see your scoring, such as let's say that you have a past history about your credential of what your borrowing history, so they can trace. Also, they also can see your whatever history that you that we have a system in Malaysia, what we call CITOS. You can check the history of the. So now, if you are a good paymaster, immediately they will give you the loan. Nowadays, like in Malaysia, we have a platform like Grab. They also give you a peer-to-peer lending, or sometimes you can purchase a goods using a technology apps within with a 4 or 5 times installment payment. Nowadays, there's a lot of Shopees in Malaysia also give you peer-to-peer crowdfunding lending platform. Right? This is nowadays people are using P2P because the rate of cost of financing which is lower compared to the conventional banking or financial institution. Then we move to the e-wallet. What you call is using a e-wallet, you don't use a money, you use a transaction, fiat money. It means fiat money. You use your, you use your handphone, smartphone to make a payment. Driving Malaysia in the cashless societies. All right, as you can see here, nowadays in Malaysia, the transaction for e-payment in 2020 which is 169.9 million is very huge. People are using e-wallet in Malaysia. All right, increasing 13% from 2019. So industry take up a 50% share out of 200 fintech players in Malaysia. There's so many fintech players in Malaysia, but e-wallet comprise of 50% because we have a lot of others fintech players such as a payment gateway, blockchain technology, whatever is crowdfunding. So e-wallet take up a 50% share. And competition remains fierce for consumers. But in Malaysia, the most usable e-wallet, which is Touch and Go, they have a huge market because Touch and Go you can use in express highway. You can use at many retail company. So mostly people that use a Touch and Go. But there are also other competitors such as Grab, such as Boost, and other e-wallet company in Malaysia. Okay, there's so many brands to choose from. Okay, in 2019, 2020, we have see the result shows that 80% growth for e-wallet usage in the country because the government give incentive, top up. In the budget, they give you incentive 50 ringgit, Malaysian ringgit in your e-wallet. And the advantage using e-wallet, as you can see, is a cashless payment. It means that they can avoid the transfer of the COVID-19 amount to other people if you're using an e-wallet. So you don't use a fiat money, right? There's an advantage because there's a study shows that using e-wallet can reduce the COVID-19 transferable to other people. Okay, as you can see, the other studies from the Google's e-economy South Asia report shows that there's a transaction increased 25% post-COVID-19 using a e-wallet, indicates that the consumer will use a digital payment to make a transaction. The Touch and Go Digital CEO shows that the online use case grows 80% compared to the e-Tunai in the 2020. In first half of 2021, increase 80% is very huge, increasing. So there's also the Touch and Go e-wallet, also the ecosystem also increasing by 182%. Boost, another player for e-wallet, also stated that 9.3 million users using a e-wallet increased by 76% over the 80 months. So it shows that now people are using a smartphone e-wallet to make a payment during to pay the whatever you buy from the grocery or transaction, whatever it is. So they are comfortable to use e-wallet as a transaction, payment transaction. Then we go to next. You can see that the digital payment in the micro, small, medium enterprise in Indonesia. Digital payment in Indonesia, you can see that the 140 million people in the country, 93% of whom have a smartphone or tablet using internet. Furthermore, the majority, 74% of internet users in Indonesia are between the 19 and 34 years old. It means that between the Gen Z and also millennial age. Normally, they are using they are well known about the technology. Okay, but according to the Bank Indonesia, about 99.4% retail transactions are still paid in cash, leaving the country behind neighbor in Southeast Asia such as Thailand, Malaysia, and Singapore. By according to the Raymond 2016 and also Fidian 2017. Digital payment do not only benefit individual, but also give benefit to the micro, small, and medium enterprise. In studies by Edition 2018 and Deloitte 2018, as you can see, the safer and faster payment. What is mean by safer and faster payment? If you use a digital payment, it's safer because of they don't have a transmitting especially during the COVID-19, they don't transfer the COVID-19 to other people. And also you can transfer the faster payment. Just click your internet and the transmit the payment to others, to the small industry without to give the change. So they'll give you more, make the transaction more faster, and also give the better customer experience. All right, as you can see, the more customer experience, they are nowadays they can keep also the customer have a new experience about using the technologies without using a traditional. They have to count the monies to pay the transaction, and also increase transparency. And you can see that all the transactions are managed bookkeeping. So whatever it is, normally the small medium industries, they don't do a bookkeeping. But with the payment gateway, they can trace their transaction, right? What is the payment? What is when? How much they receive the monies? How much they have a sales? So this is the advantages of using a digital payment. So another advantages of doing a digital payment in micro, small, and medium industries. There's a delivery competitive advantage, all right? Okay. Digital payment in micro, small, medium industry in Indonesia. Electronic payment method divided into two categories, which is card and chip based on such e-toll, Mandarin e-money, BCA Flash. All these are category of card and chip based. Another base which is based on cloud server such as Mandarin, eCash, GoPay, Tcash, OVO, all these platforms using a cloud or technology. All right. The study shows that the sampling of total 46 in NTB from Bali, respondents said that they have an account in cloud-based payment and have business, whether entity or individual. Using a 23 are using a Mandarin eCash user. 16 are from they are using a Tcash, and also 6 from OVO user. They found that this is mostly convenient for them to use the payment gateway. The average of respondent is 30.5 years old, consists of 33 eCash user and 27 user. All generations are using a fintech technology. From this data, we can see the majority of fintechs are among the young generation. Okay. As a conclusion, I can see that the huge potential for fintech players to tap market in Asia, especially among the Gen Z because now among Gen Z, they are well known about the technology. Nowadays, sometimes the old generation still use a traditional, but they among Gen Z, they already know well how to use the technology without. They can see from the YouTube, they can learn from the YouTube, they can learn from the social media without asking their parents. So now the younger or generation Z are among the potential user for the fintech in Asia. Fintech such in Asia from Japan, from India, China, especially from China. If you look the studies in China, it shows that public PRC in China shows that the people using Alipay, for example, Alibaba payment gateway, Shopee, whatever Alibaba platform such to do a marketplace nowadays, even though the platform from our country such as Lazada, they have all the goods they are buying, they also buying the shares from the Lazada 30%, 20%. So they have a the technology that's very growing, because nowadays wherever you stay, you can nowadays all the products come from China as well. So this is a huge market for the fintech in Asia. Fintech in also play role in COVID-19, such as Ewallet and the marketplace during the pandemic COVID-19. People stay at home, right? Because they don't go out, they stay at home. They just do transaction in the internet. Nowadays, everyone can buy without going to the shopping mall, right? They can choose from the internet. So this is the platform for payment gateway or marketplace to tap the market in Asia, because it's not necessary you are in Malaysia, but your market is bigger. You can be everywhere in Asia, right? Blockchain technology play a vital role for the next generation, such as daily transaction. As in education, you can do a ledger, transcript, transcript or scroll, or for the, let's say, without having a scroll, a paper, this is the paperless. So when you go for interview, you just show your blockchain script, show to your future employer. It shows that this script cannot be false alter. So this is the original script or original scroll. So these are technology that are using in education. The same goes with the healthcare, and also go to the finance industries. Nowadays, people don't go to the bank, go for loan, credit card, or whatever it is, because now we have a Ewallet, for example. We have a crowdfunding, for example. We have a peer-to-peer. This is all technology they're using in the current situations. P2P lending will be the future for trend SME funding about their operation without using conventional financial institution. I think that's all for my presentation. Okay, thank you. I will pass to the moderator. Thank you again.
Thank you very much, Professor Hariri, for giving us such information and interesting presentation. I agree with you, Prof. Asia, fintech in Asia growing faster. Also in Indonesia, the point digital payment, e-wallet, and P2P lending is already familiar also here. A lot of people using digital payment, especially during the pandemic. It's very helpful for us for the activity, and also especially business, SME business. Yeah, I think a lot of question for me also about blockchain, because we hear about blockchain is only for financial, but as you said that blockchain is not the misconception about blockchain. Blockchain not only for the transaction, financial transaction, but also using for other matters. And not from Pak Budi here. I have many points here that Pak Budi said. For Generation Z in the future, they will face a challenge situation. It's made an uncertainty situation. And Pak Budi said 44% Generation Z will, they choose to be unemployed, or they don't like the job. Yeah, that's a very, very challenge for them. And also they will find the situation, Internet of Thing will push them to work differently with today. Or also like Prof. Hariri said, we are from Generation S. We don't find like this in our life. So next, in the future, this generation will have a different way of life, like remote work or digitalization and also automation. And that's why Gen Z have to create their own job, yeah, become entrepreneur. All right. Now we are now in Q&A season. For first round, I will over to the participant 3 questions, and you can ask in bahasa, yeah, you can ask in bahasa, or also you can ask in English or even Malay. Yeah. Okay.
Excuse me, Mrs. Tiba. We have Mr. Satrio Aditomo. He already raised hand. Maybe he want to ask directly to Professor Hariri.
Oh, all right. Okay. Good. Sorry, I cannot see the participant here. Okay. Okay. Bapak Satrio Aditomo, please ask your question directly to the Professor Hariri.
Thank you very much, Bu Diba, and then thank you for nice presentation, Professor Hariri. I have a simple question. As you know, the interest rate for the fintech is very high. It's almost double from the conventional bank or normal bank. So my question is it any positive impact for the micro, small, medium enterprise with the high interest rate? Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Pak Satrio. It's about interest rate, Prof. You can respond.
All right. Normally, for small scale fintech company, they are charging the interest rate higher. But for the bigger scale, such as Alipay, they are big player in fintech. Normally, they charge lower interest rate. Maybe you can use the bigger player to get a better rate. Otherwise, if you're using a small fintech player, they are something like you go to the very, very risky company. It's better to go for the traditional. If the fintech charge you higher rate, that's my concern. If you go to the like eBay or platform, they give you the better rate compared to the traditional, because eBay, they have a lot of capital, so they'll charge you a better rate compared to the conventional. But for the small scale, normally they charge you higher, right? But of course, in Indonesia, sometimes you don't have a ledger, you don't have a bookkeeping. That's why fintechs give you opportunity to get borrowings. So like a Gojek, right? They have a platform to give you, but maybe the rate which is higher. Maybe when one day when the company go bigger, of course, they have a more capital, they'll give you the better rate. Thank you. I think that's all for my answer. Hopefully answer your question.
Thank you very much, Professor Hariri. Thank you, Budiba. It's enough.
Okay. Thank you, Bapak Pak Satrio. Okay, we have here two questions. One from Gen Z, Generation Z, Rizky Akadir. The question in bahasa, pertanyaannya adalah mengantisipasi berbagai masalah yang timbul dari dunia keuangan yang selama ini terjadi dan melihat semakin banyak fintech yang lahir terutama di Indonesia, bagaimana bisa menjamin keamanan bertransaksi dalam fintech. Bagaimana kita sebagai Gen Z memanfaatkan fintech dan menyingkapi kemungkinan masalah keuangan, dan apakah ada kemungkinan fintech bisa digunakan sebagai transaksi gelap. Bagaimana menyingkapi itu? Terima kasih. So there are three questions here, Prof, about fintech. It's about security and also how fintech related to Generation Z, and also the transaction gelap. It's mean black market maybe. Okay. Go ahead, Prof.
Okay, my first answer, the regulation such as a government, they have to intervene. They must regulate all the fintech players in every countries, so that they monitor their fintech players so that they don't misuse the fintech industries. So the government will take in charge, like a central bank for conventional banking or Islamic banking. They have a central bank. They will monitor the players, right? That's one. Another two, how does it relate to the younger generations? Nowadays, the younger generations use a technology, smartphone. Nowadays, all the Gen Z, of course, they have a smartphone, right? You can use the smartphone for Ewallet transaction. You can use for smartphone to purchase the products. Nowadays, they're not using a fiat money, asking from the parents, I want to buy something, so give me the money. No, they just I want to buy something, so please transform into the smartphone, so they can use the smartphone to make a payment. So this is the one. They can use also platform in technology in Gojek to purchase whatever, to do transaction for food, to deliver, to order food, or for transportation, whatever it is. That's related to the Gen Z. Okay, another third question, which is relate to black money laundering. I think that's why, because we can see nowadays, if you look at the cryptocurrency, we have a lot of problem in the cryptocurrency, because we have 2,000 crypto. Sometimes they are using this platform to legalize their money, to do the money laundering, because this platform have not been monitored by the regulations. I think you need to look in the platform which is have a regulation, so they can avoid the money laundering or whatever, which is illegal transactions. I think that's all my my answers for the questions raised by the participant. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Prof. I want to offer to Pak Budiono. The question from Ricky is number 2. This one is about the relation between Generation Z using fintech, and also I think the question from Agung Budi Prasetyo also. I would like to offer to Pak Budi to answer. How big chance the Generation Z to start be a part of fintech entrepreneur for all types of fintech? What is the most possible fintech type to be run by Gen Z? Pak Budi, is for the question is for you. Please, Pak, the mic is still mute. Okay.
If we are talking about the fintech, meanings we are talking about a technopreneur, yeah, because as I mentioned before, if you include the technology in creating a business, means that's a technopreneurship, yeah. So you asking me what is the question? What is the opportunity to create a business in fintech, right? For Gen Z, something like that, Diba?
Sorry, Pak Budi.
Yeah, what the question is?
The question from Agung, how big chance for Generation Z to start be a part of fintech entrepreneur?
It depends on you. Yeah. As Dr. Hariri said that Gen Z have the opportunity, big opportunity, because what they just born in the environment with fully technology. So if you strengthen this knowledge to this technology, your opportunities is very big. Yeah, even you can like Dr. Hariri said, yeah, you can make a small fintech. Yeah, but still you need the technology understanding of technology or platform, yeah, to develop this. Yeah, without this, yeah, you cannot set up anything. Yeah, because as mentioned by doctor, it's quite complicated to set up a fintech if you don't have the combination knowledge of technology and finance. Yeah. So the requirement for starting the business and fintech, yeah. So you must understand the financial things, and the other, you at least know the technology, how to manage this technology in finance, yeah. So the opportunity still there, yeah. If you have a capability to combine the technology and the finance, then the opportunity are there. Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, that's my answer, Diba.
Yeah, thank you, Pak Budi. We have also here from Bapak Imam Kausar. I think Pak Imam, you can ask directly to the panelists. Bapak Imam Kausar.
Okay, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, my question is, what is the indicator to check that a finance company considered as a good and a secure company? And also the second question, is there any global regulated or a body, regulated or a policy body to certify that a fintech company is a secure company? Because if you know that in Indonesia, especially, that there are a lot of fintech company but we are not sure which company is considered as a secure company. So because in the traditional banking, they have a grading system, right, for each banking quality. So comparing those traditional banking into with the fintech. So what is the regulated body for to certify that company is a good and secure? Thank you.
Yeah, Professor Hariri, you can answer the question from Pak Imam and then Pak Budi.
Actually, different country, they have a different regulations. But in Malaysia, we have bodies such as a Securities Commission look into the regulation into the capital market. Capital market, which is related to the investment, such as a cryptocurrency. It is also looking at the whatever financial payment. Then because this is the regulation bodies in Malaysia, they will look into it, into the fintech industries. But for other things like fintech payment, P2P, peer-to-peer lending, normally, or crowdfunding, central bank, such as Bank Negara from Malaysia, they will look into the in term of, because this is lending and also borrowings. they are normally the central bank will look into it. Either this is any issues about the any issues raised by the public. If there's any issues raised by the public, they will look into it and mention. There's a list. There's a list of stated that this fintech company, they have a problem. They are not listed in the one of the criteria which is approved by the central bank. There's a list of shows that there's alert about because sometimes there's a list of company which is have a problem about the who violate the regulations, such as they use the platform, fintech platform, to do illegal transaction. They are not recognized. But for others companies, it's global. Sometimes it's very difficult because they need to investigate what type of fintech company they are using. I think maybe for every country they can refer to their authority, like a central bank and also security commission, who look into the finance industries. I think maybe in Indonesia they have a platform to look into the how the fintech company can be regulated. I think that's my answer.
Yeah, thank you, Prof. Hariri. How about Bapak Budiono? You have something
yes,
to add?
Give us some addition for that. I'm not expert in fintech, but actually, if Pak Imam asking the security of fintech, especially in a developing country like Indonesia, it is quite critical, right? Yeah, because right now we have something like a pinjol. Yeah, this is a very small fintech company. They are very fast in absorbing the technology, but at the other hand, government always late and always slower in anticipating about the technology. I think we have to set up some regulation, meaning our parliament to discuss this in the future, not for today, because the technology always changing, and the changing is very fast. And the user of the technology is also very smart. You are Gen Z is very smart to adapt this technology. And the police and the government usually is very slow to anticipate. This is a problem in our country. So I think we just get together to set up this regulation today for the next 5 years or 10 years to make security of this fintech, unless we always late to anticipate this. So like pinjol, Dr. Hari, if you know, pinjol is pinjaman online. So there are so many victim of this using this service. They use a very high rate, and the system is very rough. That we cannot protect the customer properly. That's a problem in our. If we are talking the big company in the fintech, it's okay because they also controlled by central bank or what we call as OJK here. But very small and very many customers, it's difficult to protect them. So I think Pak Imam, we have to sit together, meaning that our expert, our parliament, and our government to set up a regulation, not for today, but for 10 years in the future. So we set up everything in advance, to anticipate the problem like you said before. Thank you.
Okay. Can I add something?
Sure.
Okay, to look further, nowadays we go forward from conventional fintech into Islamic fintech. Islamic fintech, Sharia fintech, they are abiding with the Sharia law, because mostly all the law from the, we try to follow the whatever it is haram and which is agara, maisir or riba, they are not in the element of the Islamic fintech. Thank you. That's all for my additional comment.
Yeah, thank you, Prof. Hariri and also Pak Budiono. I think we have one more question before we finish the seminar. This is from Santi. The question for Prof. Hariri. Earlier presentation, you explained about blockchain. Santi want to go deeper about the blockchain in Indonesia. Do you have information how blockchain using in Indonesia, Prof?
Okay, actually, in Indonesia, there's a lot of unicorn company, blockchain. I heard that there's a lot of cryptocurrency as well, like a Bali coin, if not mistaken, and also many blockchain currency. I think there's a lot of, you can try to Google. There's a 2,000 blockchain in the world. I think Indonesia is more, actually it's more advanced in compared to Malaysia in terms of technology in the fintech. It's actually, they have a lot of blockchain cryptocurrency in Indonesia. What I heard before is a Bali coin, and there's many other coins. But for the blockchain technology, maybe the fintech companies such as Gojek, or which is, they have a bigger capital, they already explore into the blockchain technology. Okay, I think that's all for my question. My answer for the questions.
Okay, finally we are in the end of the seminar. I think one more. I need a closing statement from the speakers. I would like to give first to Professor Muhammad Hariri Bakri.
Okay, thank you, moderator. As I said, this fintech technology are growing so fast in the world, in the global market. Use this opportunity, fintech Z generation, to exploit what the technology has to offer in the current situation. Also, going forward, we are looking at Islamic fintech, because Islamic fintech, which is abide with the law, Sharia law, they try to reduce the risk and try to reduce the whatever are not prohibited by the Islam, such as riba. Riba, yes, which is a very, very high interest, right? So also it's about agara. Agara is about maisir, uncertainty, which is not permitted in Islam. So when you do such as a platform in Sharia payment gateway, they also, you cannot sell good bad things to people, right? Bad things. So this is a Islamic fintech is one of the platform in the future. I think that's all for my comment. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Now, Pak Budi, you have a closing statement for, especially for the participant from Generation Z.
Yeah, you are all the Gen Z generation, or Gen Z generation. You are not in the very easy situation, yeah, because you have some situation, right, like COVID or like drop of economic, yeah, but it doesn't matter, yeah, you still have opportunity, not just to find job, normal job like you imagined before. You just try to make yourself to become an entrepreneur or technopreneur, because you born in the technology era, yeah. So you know already all of the technology. Then strengthen this ability, strengthen this literate of digital, then I hope, then I'm sure that you can create career by yourself to become a technopreneur, yeah, or fintech even, yeah. There's still opportunity in Indonesia, and don't worry about this situation. Be strong. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Budiono. This is last closing statement. It's a strong message for Generation Z. Ladies and gentlemen, we finally come to the end of this seminar. It's time to give a keepsake for speakers. I would like to invite Mrs. Atika as the head of Management Study Program at Binawan University to give certificates of appreciation to the speakers.
Okay, I'm here. Thank you, Pak Hariri, Pak Budiono. Let me to give this certificate to Pak Hariri first. The committee maybe could screenshot. One, two, three. Thank you. Okay. Okay, thank you, Prof. Hariri.
Thank you.
The next is Pak Budi. Okay, Pak Budi.
Thank you very much.
One, two, three. Thank you so much for all our speakers.
Okay. Right. Thank you, Ibu Atika. I'm honored to be moderator of the great speakers today, and I'd like to thank to the speaker for the informative and interesting presentation, and all the participants for the very active participation. We applaud for the speaker and for all of you. Thank you so much, and stay healthy. Have a nice weekend. Back to the MC, Ricky Wijaya.
Thank you, Professor Madya, Dr. Muhammad Hariri Bakri, Mr. I.R. Budiono, MM, and Mrs. Diba Aris for the fruitful topics we have had discussed before. It was a pleasure being with all of you today. Before I close this webinar, I'd like to ask all participants to turn on your camera because soon we will be holding a group photo session. May I start for the first slide? Countdown in 3, 2, 1. Next slide. 3, 2, 1. And the next slide, the third. 3, 2, 1. Thank you for all participants. Finally, from the deepest of my heart, I do apologize for my mistakes in presenting this event. Thank you very much for your kind attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Pak Budi, Prof. Hariri,
You're welcome.
Ricky. Thank you so much for everyone.
Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting.
Yeah, thank you, Prof. See you in the next agenda, Prof.
Yeah, thank you, participants also. See you next time.
Don't forget to fill the attendance form to get
Thank
an
you.
certificate.
Okay, the session will be end. See you everyone. Bye.
Bye.
See you.